potatoes are ready to go.
Yes. I think it was late this year, or maybe about the same time as last year, because last year we did it with Nikki, right? When she was here.
Yeah.
Which was the 3rd week in September, I think.
Okay.
And now it's October tomorrow, so
Yeah,
a
no,
week later.
It feels a bit warmer.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's definitely warmer this year, this
Even
time.
though it's around freezing now during the night.
Mm-hmm.
It's been quite warm up until now.
Yeah.
Quite pleasant.
Yeah. August we had a bit of a cold spell.
Yeah,
But
suddenly mid-August.
Yeah.
We had the wood stove on.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 5 degrees. It was where you filmed it and it dropped to 0 all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like a ghost passed.
Yeah. But now September has been it's been quite pleasant. Yesterday, or what day was it? Yeah. Sunday we were out in t-shirts.
Yeah, yesterday was cold.
Yeah.
Windy, nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not wet. But then the day before that I was in a t-shirt on the tractor, digging away. It was wonderful in the sun. But during the night still freezing though. So it's not great. The plants are not going very far. I see some Brussels sprouts popping up though.
Okay, good. I haven't been in the greenhouse for a while, so.
And the celery we still have to pick.
Yeah, that's the last thing then, right?
The last rather sensitive thing I would say, I think the celeriac will have gone nowhere, and we should also take the kohlrabi.
Oh yeah, there's kohlrabi. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, there's some nice kale in the greenhouse. There's two huge cabbages.
Ah, and the cabbages, yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of food still. You didn't show me the carrots you picked.
No, they're still in the back of the car.
Back of the car.
Yeah. They're not as big as last year. Last year when we had them in the raised beds outside the greenhouse in Storyman, they were fat and long.
Some more sunny spot. There they were.
Yeah.
And this year I think we were a bit later. I planted them really early last season. Really early, where it took ages for them to start growing, and I was thinking like, oh, I did it too soon. Nothing's happening. And suddenly there was loads of carrots growing. Or at least, yeah, nice ones.
And these are more just like small to medium carrots. They're not fat.
Which raised bed did you take them?
The middle one, where the leaves were the biggest, because I figured if the leaves were the biggest, then the roots, the carrots
normally
would
look
be
a little bit if you can see the carrots popping up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it would be the summer carrots, I would imagine, would be bigger then, because they're growing faster, but look, we'll see. We'll just have to take it all out anyway soon, and then we'll find out.
But they smell delicious. Just from pulling them out of the ground, smelled amazing.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the cold weather, it's getting to me already. A bit of the sniffles going on, it's annoying.
Yeah, and Yasmin, little...
Snot nose all day.
Yeah.
And Amber suddenly a cough. But nobody seems to be really having a flu, it's just a little cold.
No, we're just going about our days like normal.
Well, today I planned on continue welding the bucket, the tractor bucket that split. It was incredible how, I mean, I'm taking out a rock like this, but
Yeah.
it's and
With
then
a bucket that's this size.
This size, yeah, in a trench this size.
Yeah.
And so these big boulders are of course bound to be stuck underneath a wall of 2 meters of dirt, because I'm digging 2 meters down, and yeah, I'm trying to lift it up with the bucket, try to pry it loose, and finally it just gave up. It snapped on one side, where you're picking of course an entire massive boulder that's stuck, putting all the pressure on this one tooth on the side. Sorry, I have to check, because we might be getting a chimney sweep check today.
And all those bottles in the view.
Hey, I think that's baby clothes that have arrived for you.
Oh, awesome.
For the baby.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of nice boy clothes.
Yes. Yeah, I really needed it.
Or boy. I think you put them on the girl as well. It's just for a baby, really, isn't it?
Yeah. But a lot of what we have is pink.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But, of course, the stuff that we had bought for our girls was already second-hand.
Yeah.
So then at some stage it stretches, it doesn't fit properly anymore, or it gets so dirty that you can't use it anymore. So, yeah, I really needed to get some new stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Second hand, block it. Anyway, you were talking about your bucket.
That's good. Yeah. I'm happy for you that you got lots of baby clothes and you don't have to do washing every day.
Exactly. That's the difference it makes as well when you've got a lot of clothes.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty nice. There, cup out of the way. Kind of. Yeah. No, I was talking about my bucket snapping. And it's such an old tractor that, we found out already that the front loader is completely different from the modern types of tractors. So with the backhoe bucket, I'm just immediately afraid that might be the same problem. And so when I saw it, I thought, oh, this is huge. How am I going to weld this? But I could pry it back into place with our wonderfully massive crowbar, which was a great investment, that massive crowbar. That has been used so many times.
It really has. It was really expensive. It's a backhoe, a nice orange one. But yeah, it was a good investment, like you say.
What did you call it?
Backhoe.
Oh, yeah.
That's the brand.
Yeah, it sounded like backhoe.
Backhoe.
What? Yeah, the backhoe. I don't know how people would say it. Yeah, it really... I mean, it's a really good brand, like you say.
Yeah.
And that's for a massive piece of steel, welded in great shape, super sharp on both ends. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, totally worth it.
Because the crack in the bucket was like, we're talking good 10 centimetres.
Yeah, absolutely. Like this wide and then, maybe this long.
Okay, even bigger than I thought.
Going around to the bottom, around the back as well of the bucket. So... yeah, it was a little bit worrying, and I thought maybe that's it. So I got in touch with Anders, who helped fix our starter problem before with the tractor.
Yeah, every time we talk about tractors, we talk about Anders.
Yeah. He keeps saving.
He's our go-to.
And he said he immediately wants to help. That's super nice of him. But I kind of was calling him or texting him to say, have you got any advice, or do I just need to replace it altogether? And if so, do you guys maybe have these kind of buckets? But they don't. And so he said, that looks like it could be a welding job. And so I asked him for a few tips. He says, well, if you really are going to do it yourself, then watch some YouTube videos, man. Like, you need to know what you're doing with this. And I managed in the meantime to, like I said, I pried it back. And, well, because it had been pulled so much, of course, the metal was bent out of place. So I had to put some pressure on it. I pushed it down on a rock. And then it's almost back in place. Mm-hmm. I had welded it before, which I knew then already that it was pretty bad. But I lifted some massive boulders out of there.
Yeah.
And it still held up until now.
It held, yeah.
So I have I'm very... hopeful. I feel pretty good about if I do a good welding job this time, now that I know a bit more, and if it had a bit of practice, that it's going to be a really strong weld.
Yeah, because I think you could probably still only count on one hand the number of times you've used your welding machine, right?
I think so, yeah.
And this time you bought new rods that are thicker and longer.
No, I don't think they're thicker, but they are longer, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think they kind of look the same. Well, actually, I haven't opened the package yet. I should have a look. Maybe they are thicker. But they are the strongest type, 70-18. And 7 is the number. The first number is showing how much pressure or weight or something it can handle before it tears.
Okay, that's interesting.
What it's measured in anymore, if it's kilonewton or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And then the 0, I'm not sure what that's for. And then the 1, I think, is for what was that? For whether you can only weld vertically, or if you can't weld vertically and horizontally and upside down, and those numbers seem to mean that.
Wow.
Anyway, this is a one which I think is all angles. I hope so, because I have to do this one sideways on the bucket.
There's so much to welding. You can see how some people only study welding, for a job.
Yeah, absolutely. It's super important because you can really, I mean, like you say, like I said, if I can't find a replacement for this bucket, that's the only way I can keep this backhoe going. Mm-hmm. So I need to be a good welder.
Yeah.
So you can fix anything, you make lots of things, and it's super strong.
Oh, you had another interesting experience on your tractor yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, that was my second near-death experience after the barn collapsing on me near almost.
Yeah. You almost electrocuted yourself to death.
Yeah, it was really, really stupid that I didn't unplug all the fuses before I started there.
Yeah, because what we're doing, in case you don't know, is we're digging a trench from the house all the way to the barn to lay water pipes.
Yeah. And well, it's about a 35 meters long trench. Mm-hmm. Yeah, more than 35.
37, I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I managed to, yeah, exactly. And then 2 meter deep as well. So it's, I was always going to find and hit stuff. But the electricity cable, I should have known. I was worried about it being between the barn and the chicken coop. But then I realized I probably won't reach that one at all. And then I completely forgot about the electricity line actually bringing electricity to the barn. So at some stage I'm digging and something's sticking out of it. And I look like, that looks like a fat electric cable. And I immediately knew, yeah, of course, that's the one going to the barn. And then I come back to the house and, you know, the fuses are blown. There's also no electricity.
No.
So I go back to the main box outside, which is where I thought the cables would have split, going from that fuse box, one to the house, one to the barn, keep it separated.
Yeah.
But that whole fuse box had blown inside, all 3 fuses, because it also brings 3 phase. So that's why I guess there are 3 fuses. And yeah, so I put one back in. And I'm walking back to the house, you're going like, yeah, okay, there's light again. And while I'm walking back, I heard this loud bang. And I look around and I thought it was coming from the chicken coop, that something had crashed down or something. And then I realized maybe that was actually the fuse. I go back and the fuse had blown again. But the bang might have been the end of that cable, because that was suddenly completely melted on the end. It must have, again, had an arc like you have with welding.
Yeah.
It just melted the end of it. And so then I thought, like, yeah, what if that would have, when it was live, when I cut through it, you know, that's amazing that I didn't get any shock.
Yeah, if it touched the metal bucket of the backhoe.
So, yeah, maybe it got stripped, got it pulled apart with the dirt that I had in the bucket. So maybe that's why never. But then my bucket was grounded, I don't know, near it. So, yeah, and then apparently you can die.
Yeah.
With 230 volt. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you didn't.
I didn't, so
thankfully.
You wanted to move on and not think about it too much.
No,
being a single mom.
I would get a bit upset if I thought about it.
Yeah, so I checked inside and actually the electricity is not being fed directly from the fuse box to the barn, but from the house. So it comes to the house first, the main cable, and then from there they had attached it to the fuse box here inside the house, back out underneath the ground to the barn.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
it amazed me what you were doing yesterday, because it just seems a bit illogical. You've got wires coming into the house that go into the fuses, and then what you did is you unplugged the cables from the fuses, so the wires were just sticking out, and then suddenly we've got electricity in the house.
Well, not suddenly. I had to then put 3 new fuses back, of course.
But
then they didn't blow because the loose cable wasn't attached anymore.
Yeah.
Which was what's causing the, what do you call it? Shorting. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that was pretty crazy, because we watched this Homestead episode once as well, Homestead Rescue episode. And this guy, well, they needed help because something like that had happened to this guy. And he'd been almost paralyzed from it, and, you know, trouble and pains for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Struggling to do jobs for very long, and his wife extremely paranoid and scared, of course, every time he was anywhere near any electricity. So yeah, I immediately thought about that, and I thought, you silly, silly man, what a fool.
Yeah, that was a close one.
Just think about that. But okay, you know, we're here. I'm still here. I'm still here. It's all good. Everybody's safe.
Yes. And there shouldn't be any more cables now between where
Not that
you
are
are.
live.
No. No,
I
now
mean,
we've
who
not got-
knows? I
yeah,
don't know how they did it to the one to the chicken coop.
No.
But where I'm going to dig, I don't think I should hit that at all.
No,
If I do, it's okay. That is
there's
completely
no
unplugged.
electricity. Yeah,
No.
we've got no lights or anything now in the barn or the chicken
No.
coop.
So actually, we still have to take those tomatoes out of the growing room now.
Yeah, and the onions, and I'll have to give the chicken some water today, because if I wait till after the girls go to bed, it's really dark.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of starting to go dark quite early now. The sun is really low.
6:30 and it's getting dark.
Yeah, it's going really fast. I'm sure it's about 8 minutes total, like 4 minutes in the evening and 4 minutes in the morning that it's getting lighter. Later.
Day's getting shorter.
Earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah, so 8 minutes
it's quick.
every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes so quick, and before you know it, poof, there it's winter and it's super dark. But already now you notice it. I think it's time almost to put our street light on the outside.
Yes.
Soon, in the mornings, especially when we bring the girls to school.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's quite nice to have them. Yeah, so the saga continues of the trench. The trench, I'm almost there. I'm so close. It's maybe it's less than 10 meters, maybe
Yeah.
10. And then of course the fun can start, where I can I'm getting under the foundations of the house and into the cellar, and the same with the barn. Well, go straight into the barn. There's no cellar there. And put these pipes in the ground and start reburying it, because right now it's a huge amount of dirt out there.
Yeah, it's a long pile of dirt.
Yeah. So I will be really happy when that is over and I can start with the next stage, which is installing the buffer tank down in the cellar and getting the guys to come and help me put in the wood chip boiler in the barn. It's going to be amazing, especially now with there no electricity, not being any electricity in the barn. It would be good to have the wood chip boiler running there, because that will heat it up in there.
Yes.
I mean, you can still have things in there.
Yeah, like if the sheep get too cold or something like that.
Yeah, okay. That's a bit further down the line. Yeah, they're fine now with this weather.
Yeah, at the
Cold, you're
moment they're
talking,
okay.
What, below -10, -20 then. Okay. Because right now they're super furry.
Ow! Fraggle! Hey! No, don't put a hole in my trousers. Can you help? Oh, and again. Stop.
Yeah.
Fraggle.
Now it's going to eat your cake
Crumbs.
crumbs.
Oh, I'll just take the plate away. And you'll need to leave a gap in the pile of earth so that I can still get to the compost. So that I don't have to, well, I guess I could, so that I don't have to go all the way around the growing area to get to the compost.
I'm not going to leave a gap. What do you mean a gap?
Like in between the dirt. So that I can get across the ditch to get
I'm going to put over a little bridge. I'm not going to leave a gap.
But the pile of dirt is like 2 meters high.
Oh, like that you mean? Okay.
Yeah. So at some stage, like stop and start piling it up further down so that I can get through.
Okay. I'll try.
Thank you.
I haven't thought about that.
Officially put in my request now.
Yeah, because I thought, for the sheep it's fine. They're still out in the pastures for now. I'll probably have finished the job. We'll see. See how quick I can get on with this welding job. Okay, I'll think of that next time I start digging.
Good.
I don't think I'll have time today to continue with it, but tomorrow definitely gonna get stuck in with the welding.
Yeah.
Good. Well, it's exciting. There's a lot happening. End of the season.
Yeah.
Look forward to being. To having this done would be amazing. I can't wait to have this job. The trench is taking much longer than I thought it would.
It's such a big mess, and it started off easy at the house end because it was just mostly dirt and smaller rocks.
Yeah.
But as we get closer to the barn, the rocks are getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we had a spell of rain, so the sides caved in. You had to actually get in there yourself with a spade.
There's still bunch
some
that
out.
I have to do that by hand.
Because it really has to be 2 meters deep for it to be frost, to keep it away from the frost.
Exactly, frost free.
Yeah.
The stuff close to the house, like there, I could only get down, what was it, 170, 150 maybe even. But that's not the worst because normally the snow just comes off the roof there.
Yeah, it'll pile up and insulate
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And it's closer to the house, which I would hope is a little bit warmer as well.
Yes, yeah.
But we'll see. Especially with the buffer tank being right there in that corner. Should heat up the walls a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but for the rest, yeah, that's why even when I meet a massive boulder, I'm still fighting it to really get it out of there.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'd have to go over the boulder and then buy these insulation plates and put them on top of the pipes. Yeah. It's not something I really want to spend money on if I can just dig it 2 meters.
No, because they're quite expensive, those insulation pipes.
Yeah. The panels, plates.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I said pipes, I thought.
Plates.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's been it.
And then for the rest, we've been getting all the winter gear out now.
Yeah.
Started wearing winter jackets. Especially first thing in the morning, it's freezing cold.
Yeah, really cold.
5 degrees this morning, taking the girls to school.
Yeah, it's not been like miserable weather yet, but when it's windy, it's especially cold.
Oof, yeah.
Now the fireplace, we've really had it on to heat up the house.
Yeah. All morning at least. Not all day yet, but at least all morning to keep the chill off. And then in the evening, it starts to get cold as well.
Yeah. Yeah, struggles all along. Yeah.
So other things we need to do to get winter ready. Oh, get rid of all of the other plants in the garden and the greenhouse.
Get rid of all the plants. What plants?
Well, there's the plants that failed in the raised beds. Rip them out and put them on a compost.
Yeah, okay. Just get the beds not of uttermost importance, but...
No, but it's nice. It's something nice to do before the snow comes.
Well, I'll tell you what's especially nice is putting all these orange sticks in places where we need to be aware of something that's going to be buried in deep snow soon. Like all the trees, like the drive to the cabin or cottage or whatever. As people want to call it. And then we also had... what else? Yeah, we have to put this white protection sheet around the lower base of the trees, the fruit trees, because they are new. And so next spring, when the snow is going to start to melt away, you don't want it to melt away too early on the stems of the trees, because then it can be nice and warm during the day, and then you get the sudden frost during the night, and that can cause cracks in the stem, and thus kill your tree. So you have to put this, at least as a high, probably higher than the rootstock, and it has to be white, of course, not black, as it attracts the heat, and they also defeating its purpose. I mean, over there normally it stays quite buried in snow for quite a bit on that hill, and it's a northern-facing slope as well, so it's not got the really hottest sun on it. But
it's usually the last place actually where the snow is in spring, down there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, further lower there, I think it melts away to the stream, because then it's flat, and it's nice with the forest. There's a nice warm corner there.
Yeah, around the trees, it always melts quicker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's something, and with this metal mesh around the trees, that is also going to get hot in the sun, so that will also probably melt away the snow
that's true.
around it.
Yeah, that's
so that's really important we do that. Of course, we can go in there at the end of winter and do that as well if we forget, but it would be silly, because there would be a lot more work than just putting it on now when there's no snow.
Oh, absolutely.
So that was an important one. Yeah, and then it's just a bit of a race getting things ready off the ground and everything smooth, so that you're not hitting things. Hidden underneath the snow with whatever.
The snow plow or the
snowmobile or whatever.
Yeah, and the solar panels. Do we do anything with those?
We're going to raise those, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to put them on pallets, right? That'll be quite a job.
Yeah, that will be, but I don't think it will be as difficult. I think if we wait for a little bit of frost to hit the ground, then the
pallets?
The pallets will slide easier over the ground. And so we can slide them much easier underneath, and everything is just a bit more flexible and easy to slide them out.
Yeah.
So we have these special pegs that screw into the ground. So even if there's frost, you can still screw them in fine. That's not a problem. And so, yeah, that's quite important because otherwise those panels are just going to get buried. Even if I go with a snowblower every time, it will build up with ice and you will have like a layer like this eventually. So, yeah, no, then you can't get the snow off either anymore of the snow.
Not for a long time.
Yeah, of the solar panels. Yeah, exactly. So that's, quite important.
And we bought a new front door that we haven't installed yet, which is also going to be really nice to have before winter, because that old drafty thing with holes in it, it lets in quite a draft.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's you have to close it with a bang. You can't close it nice and
the girls
quietly.
can't close it because it doesn't just...
You have to have a trick.
Yeah, there's a knack to getting it to close properly, which is not ideal. So.
No, that's a nice door. So I've put that on the back burner for now. Prioritize the trench work. Hopefully I can do that in, well, a day, of course, because otherwise it's going to be a very cold night here.
Yeah.
So I would have to do it within a day.
And it's not just installing the door itself. We know as well the door is a bit bigger than the frame, and we need to install the new cat flap that we bought in the door.
Yeah. That's true. That has to be done straight away as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the frame the width is okay. I think it's just a little bit taller.
Oh,
than the
okay,
door we have
okay.
now. So that's going to be interesting. But I've got all the tools for it.
Yes.
As long as I don't hit any electricity cable.
Don't say that. Don't burst the pipe off the heat pump that's over the door or anything like that.
Exactly, those kind of things we need to look out for. Oh man.
Yeah.
But like I say, I've got the tools to do precision work now as well. So, if I take it easy, make a good plan, unplug everything first, make sure nothing's live.
Yeah.
Then I think it should be okay.
And that's about it, isn't it?
I think so. The next thing is, of course, building. We want to build the extension on the barn, but that will come. And like I said, as long as we have a little patch where I can put these concrete pillars so that they don't slide about the place, then I can start, I can build in winter as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So that is not the worst. It's not really, I need to have a really deep hole in the ground for that.
No.
So it would be good to have a little bit, I'm assuming. So that it does not slide.
Yes.
But it's not of utter importance. Like this garage that's been standing here for decades. There is nothing dug into the ground.
No,
It's
that's true.
standing
It's just on the ground.
Wooden planks. So that's still there.
Yeah.
I don't think you get so much rot here because it's just the whole winter is dry because it's frozen. And then you suddenly get this fast melt. And then in summer you do have nice dry spells.
Yeah.
And it's not such a long summer. So
No. I mean, the ground does shift ever so slightly. We do notice it with the doors in the house, the bathroom door and the girls' bedroom doors. In spring, you can open them really easily, but then in winter they get shifted and it's a struggle to push them open. Every year it's always the same.
Yeah, well, I fixed that for the girls' door now, so that's okay.
Yeah, upstairs it's pretty good. You took out a piece of wood to make it a wider gap.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Drilled it. Yeah, and then but outside for buildings, that actually is quite good that they're not in the ground, because then if they do shift and they're just standing on top of a plank, you can kind of hammer it back into place.
Yeah.
Straighten it out a bit.
That's true. You've got some leeway.
Yeah, exactly. But this is going to be taking way more snow on this barn extension, so it really needs to be a really strong build. I got some advice for that as well. So, and then you wanted to have a smaller extension on the chicken coop, so that we can park the car there in the winter.
No, that would be awesome.
Temporarily, until one day we'll have, our
garage.
house extension garage on the house. That would be really sweet. You just park it in your garage and walk into your house. Without having to go through snow.
Oh, that's a dream.
Yeah, because that's going to be great in that extension anyway. You can have it for snowmobiles or a trailer or something.
Yeah,
like that.
or firewood or wood chips, or there's loads of stuff we could use it for.
Stuff like that. Yeah. There she goes, making other plans. That was not going to be for firewood. Yeah. Speaking of the firewood, it's been really dry that you've taken out.
Yeah, it's been burning pretty well.
Yeah,
It's been a
really?
little bit smoky. You can see when you look through the glass,
Okay.
but it's burning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's burning really well.
Yeah, it caught fire the first time I lit it, so that's always nice.
Yeah. I think it dried really well in that storage. I haven't seen any mold yet. We'll see if when we go further back.
No, I haven't seen any mold on this wood. No,
Yeah.
no, that's true.
You see in the rows in the middle. It's
Yeah.
gonna be the ones, of course, that had the least chance of drying out properly.
Yeah.
So see when we get there. Well, yeah. And then there was these. I don't know if you heard on the news these drones flying about Denmark.
I didn't actually.
They completely shut all the flights down. Nobody could fly anymore for like a week, I think it was. I
What?
saw now. First, I thought it was drones, and of course they blame Russia. That's the first thing they do. Anything happens, you blame Russia. But I can kind of understand now in this case because they're fighting each other with drones.
Yeah.
And so they were saying that, but why would there be Russian drones all of a sudden in Denmark?
Yeah, why
it'd have
Denmark?
It would have had to gone over a few other countries to get there first.
Yeah.
And suddenly get there unnoticed, and hey, here we are, Denmark. So they shut it down, and they're saying drones in the beginning. They were saying that, but it's actually now they're starting to say UFOs and.
Really?
Yeah,
How
it's
did I not
looking-
see this?
It was on the news because we
Yeah.
never watch the news.
No,
why we don't see it.
yeah, of course that's true. No, I did hear Denmark mentioned, but I didn't know why.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's quite some major news going
that's
on
the
there.
latest that it could be UFOs.
Well, yeah, it's quite a few sightings of these things flying about. Drones that seem to be able to shapeshift even, almost become
Really?
transparent and stuff like that. And
Goodness, that's
it's,
exciting.
it's quite
I
interesting.
mean, exciting, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on.
I mean, to shut down flights for a week for a whole country,
Yeah, I saw that come by a week. I thought that was a bit much.
that's a lot.
But it happened again. That's why I think they're afraid. At least civilian flights, of course, they say.
Yeah,
Military
yeah.
was allowed, of course, to
Well, yeah.
investigate. But it's all very out there. Everything now about together with these comets that are now rampant. Apparently, there's
yeah.
not only two. There's loads of them now. There's a swarm, and this is like never been seen before. And again, and people are of course talking that it's all alien technology and stuff like that. I don't know. Well, it's quite interesting, but I wonder what it is. No idea.
Yeah, I mean, what could they possibly do? Are they actually going to show themselves?
I mean, if it's a drone, I would imagine that it would just be from Earth technology, because that's how basic we are. That's the best you can. A drone that goes invisible or something like that. That's the best you could do. There's aliens. There's been UFO sightings for millennia. And so, of course, that technology is seamless. If they don't want you to see them, you don't see them.
Yeah, that's true.
And so, and they go super fast. Whereas these things, they go like this. And you're like,
Yeah,
okay, wow.
yeah. So they want to be seen, or they don't have the capacity not to be seen. So
Yeah,
it's human
there's
technology.
other things as well with light bulbs at dark. Maybe that's not. Maybe
Light
it's,
bulbs.
yeah, like looking like a light bulb in the sky.
Yeah.
It's like it's maybe not two separate drones. It's perhaps the four corners of a spaceship. Who knows? And you don't see the spaceship. I don't know. No idea. But I'm just saying that that kind of technology. I think I always look when they just fly really slowly. You go like, okay, this is probably human technology. 'Cause
Yeah.
we haven't quite caught up yet.
I mean, what does Denmark have though? Why would they be flying over there? You
Yeah.
know?
Like, it's like the first ones in Europe or something where there's more sightings happening now. I don't know. I think it was already mentioned a while ago with Project Bluebeam that everything that it would be used for scaring the population into thinking they're UFOs because they have the technology to put these holograms in the skies.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they can make you believe
See
or
anything.
See anything almost.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
And maybe that was part of just scaring the human race. If they need to have some, let's say, a trigger to enter the Great Reset. I don't know. That's just my conspiracy mind giving out a suggestion.
Yeah. Now, what else does your conspiracy mind tell you?
Oh, that about what?
Well, just about what's going to happen. Do you think that we're going to
With
see
UFOs?
alien? Yeah, UFOs.
Okay. I mean, if they do it, if suddenly now the government is going to, like they've been trying to declassify things, if they are really going to declassify things and tell you everything there is, which they haven't yet, they say they do it, and then some woman from the government goes on Joe Rogan, the biggest podcast, and all she keeps saying is like, "I've seen it, but I can't tell you what I've seen. I know they were not from here, but I can't tell you what they look like." And you go like, okay, so you're not declassifying things. And I think that the only time they would do that is they have an ulterior motive. That's the first thing I always think.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
What that motive is, well, it's clear that if you go to the WEF pages, main page, it's all there about the Great Reset. It's not a secret that they want this. So however they want to bring in this Great Reset, well, I guess they're keeping their options open, World War III. They certainly love their conflicts and wars. And then the alien stuff, yeah, like I say, maybe scaring the crap out of people. It's another way. And then, of course, yeah. So there's nothing conspiratorial about that, really, except, conspiracy being that people are getting in a room together and discussing things in secrecy.
Well, that is what a conspiracy is, yeah.
And that's part of that, but I have no idea. I just understand that is the plan, and that plan has been going forward nicely and quite smoothly for them.
Yeah.
But right now, what is happening is that they're pushing very hard for this plan. It's going much faster. It's really speeding up. Like they are desperate. Like people are starting to find out more about it. It's of course thanks to the internet.
Yes.
People can disseminate,
whistleblowers,
spread out information more, and really do proper investigation themselves. Not just watch one YouTube video. You can really go out there and do proper research.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to university and to have a professor tell you what to think. You can do some thinking for yourself. So I think that's why a lot of people that's why they're getting more desperate, because they can be exposed. So through the likes of companies like BlackRock and things like that, they'll take more of the land, take more of the companies, and centralize power more and more.
Take away your rights.
Take away your rights, exactly, by no choice of your own. I think now in the UK they just announced that they will have digital ID there, and if you don't have digital ID, then you're not allowed to work, which doesn't make any sense. Like you know the people that are in your country. They say it's for the illegal immigration. And now they're saying that, so then we can follow where everybody is. Well, you know where they are, and you let them out anyway. So you could also send them back home.
Yeah.
So it's not a real good excuse. So that's one part, of course, that they can just track you every move and everything you buy more. So that could be the next. Yeah, it's all happening at the same time, a lot of these things. It's not just one step that's happening.
No, that's true.
And however, at some stage, however, the people are going to say, okay, this is enough, this is too much, you're taking away our freedoms. That's crazy. People are going into prison literally for tweeting something, in the UK, where they think they have freedom of speech. Obviously, you don't. And then they need, at some stage, when people are saying that's enough, they need a trigger to shock the people, to completely distract them from the actual...
Oh, yeah, and actually convince them that these are a good idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Please, bring this on.
This
Give
is
us,
what you need.
Please control us even more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're close to that, and it looks like they're going to definitely be able to implement all these things, because there's just not enough pushback. And
No.
I don't know, here in Sweden people have it very good, I think. So then you don't push back so much because you like what you have.
Yeah, they like to follow rules here.
Yeah, I mean, I think the rules, a lot of rules are good, that you need that, because there are others out there
Well, that's
that
true.
don't understand how to just behave themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can understand that. of course you need them, but there's also a lot of things out there that are, yeah, you think like really you're following this blindly. And I'm saying Sweden as an example, but it's everywhere. You know, it's a lot of countries. If you look at Nepal recently, they had that massive uprising of Gen Z because they took away their social media. Oh my goodness, they burned the parliament down or whatever building it was, went to the houses of these main politicians as well and set
The
things on
guy
fire.
resigned, didn't he?
Well, yeah, he kind of had to. He's kind of forced. And then they went out there and they just had a vote again for some other guy, at the top, old guy. So nothing's going to change.
No.
You know, it's just going to be the same. This is what's the stupidity about this.
Yeah.
If you want change, then put something new in place, a new system, a new way. But the system it's so rigged.
Yeah,
So,
it doesn't matter who's in power.
No, it doesn't, because they've all been placed there and have had, placed. Even the people that go in there into politics and want to do good normally tend to just turn into politicians eventually. That's it. So it's hard to see somebody out there that you think like, wow,
They're going to do good. Yeah.
This guy, like Milei in Argentina, he wanted to take the banking system down.
Yeah, we had high hopes for him.
It's never going to... Well, I didn't have high hopes for that.
But you already knew in the beginning he had connections with Israel and whatnot.
That's the first thing he does, is go to Israel. Like, that's the first thing you do when you have been chosen president and you go and wail at the, the Wailing Wall? I don't know. They go cry a bunch there. And I think to myself, yeah, okay, so that's it. Yeah, he's also part of that. Just like in Holland, Geert Wilders, who was chosen because of his anti-immigration, but he had serious ties to Israel as well. Now, I'm not saying that Israel, the people in Israel are bad, but the politicians certainly are. And they seem to have many puppets on a string.
Mm-hmm. Everywhere.
But Milei, he was going to take the banks down, he said. No, he was going to stop and and have the central banks or something not give the money anymore. But now he's loaned or borrowed lots of money from the IMF anyway. And who is going to take the banking system down? This is a major cartel.
Yeah.
This is like, you do not mess with those people. You know, you can try and you'll pretty much you'll be sure you die. That's it. You and your family will be gone very quickly if you actually are going to take the banking system down. So, of course, he knows that it was never going to happen. It's just something he said. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They got him far.
Yeah, absolutely. So was that the conspiracy hour with Vince?
Yeah, nice.
Over?
Yeah,
Was that nice?
I like to pick your brain and hear, what you think is really going on underneath what you see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for example, we had, talking about back in Sweden here, we had somebody comment like, how do you contribute to society here?
Yeah, we had a comment on one of our other videos.
Yeah, and then I didn't respond to it because it's like, it was put in a way where you think like, okay.
Trolling.
Like, try to be agitating a little bit.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
are you doing here? Who are you? You're freeloading. And you think like, well, it's quite a big question, because what do you mean? Contributing in what way? Because if you're talking about tax, we pay tax. Probably just like that Muppet does. But then, do you think tax is a good thing? Do you think that tax that you pay to the government is then spent well? I mean, do you think you're benefiting from this tax? Do you think here in Sweden the elderly care is doing great?
Oh my goodness.
Do you think the vets that have been in wars and fought for your country's freedom are having great benefits in hindsight? Do you think your healthcare system is doing A-okay? Everything here it's just falling apart. And for the things that are working, you're paying extra for. You're still paying for your bin to be picked up. You're still paying for your roads to be plowed and your streets to be fixed and all those things like that. You're paying extra for that. You're paying extra for your electricity poles just to stand there and be serviced and all those things.
Yep.
Where are your tax dollars going to? And they say, oh, you get free healthcare. I'm never sick. And if I do have to go to the dentist, I still have to pay for the dentist. So otherwise you have to wait for 2 years if you want a free dentist to get an appointment. So, those people asking, what do you contribute?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, be a little bit more specific. Is it maybe the food that we're trying to grow and get good at, and then in the future, and already currently with eggs, people want to buy the
Help
eggs.
the community. Yeah.
Exactly. And be able to barter soon. Some of our friends will be doing some cheese import from
Yep.
Holland, or somebody is already doing the import, but they're going to be selling it around this area. I bet that we could say, we give you some eggs and give us some cheese. You know?
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's still the other animals that we're trying to raise and have big plans. And we're also raising children, you know? Like keeping my children fed. Is that okay? Somebody who's saying, oh, you're buying the land only to make money. So, do you want my children to go hungry? Like, what kind of sick comment is that?
Yeah.
You have to be out of your mind to talk like this to people.
It's
Not,
like
or
just-
at least not out of your mind. You're not even thinking anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you're just doing it to get a reaction out of people.
Yeah, exactly. Just trolling.
So, to the one woman I had responded about the land and, the ancestors, which I kind of questioned her, what ancestors are you talking about?
Yeah.
Because I bet you don't even know your own damn history.
No.
And then then after this, I've decided there's no point.
No.
Because it's just a nice homesteading channel where we show what we're doing. So why respond to people
Why
that are
should you
just
have
trying
to
to get in?
defend yourself?
Exactly. Like, these people are
I mean,
most likely themselves doing a lot of stupid things in their life that are not contributing to anything.
Yeah. I mean, the amount of business that we've brought to our local area and surrounding, the amount of machines that we've bought, hired,
Yeah, cars, trailers, snowmobiles.
tools,
Yeah.
equipment, loads of stuff that we've bought and
Food.
paid tax and
Yeah. No, exactly. It's a ridiculous statement.
yeah.
Are you going after every immigrant that's coming in here? And
Questioning their motives.
Yeah. What are you doing here? That's so. Yeah, that's, I think, it's very narrow-minded of people, because I'm pretty sure that's probably how they think. We had that before when we were in a news article here, the local paper.
Yeah.
And she did a bit on us, a really nice bit. And some people on Facebook were like, oh, but what if they're going to be self-sustainable? Then they're not contributing to society. And I was like, so there you go. You have not thought this through at all.
Yeah. And then
How these poor kids, they're not going to go and meet anybody. Like, yeah, it's a mandatory school system. You have to go to school here in Sweden. I wanted to say the bad word. I'll say it anyway. Retarded. Jesus.
Yeah. And then somebody said, oh, they're just rich foreigners. Like, well, okay, then we're bringing money to the community. We're keeping people in a job. We're keeping shops open.
Yeah.
Is that such a bad thing?
Yeah, rich foreigners. Like, if we were rich foreigners that only bought a summer house here to come here and we keep paying our taxes somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I can understand.
Yeah. But no,
we're not.
We pay taxes in Sweden.
Yeah, we also contribute to buying these houses around us that nobody else is buying.
They're just empty.
You can take a trip. I was thinking of that, taking a trip one day, just taking this little footage of all the houses along the side of the road. Every one of them is falling apart.
Yep.
All the way up to the next village, which is about half an hour, 20 minutes drive. So, that's another contribution. At least we're the ones keeping the ancestry alive here.
Yeah, yep.
There's not many other people doing that or willing to do that. I think there's quite a lot of young people that are coming back to the north that have previously fled to the bigger cities or to the south. But
but they're realising that living in a city is not such a dream anymore.
No, not these days, especially with all the violence and
bombing,
shooting capital of the earth.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I mean, it's like every week in Norrköping there's a bomb going off in an apartment. It's crazy.
That sounds, then last year it was every day you'd had the radio on, there was a shooting. That was insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But that's down there. That's not up here.
Well, it's starting to spread to Umeå, so it's... but also I think that these, the people are realizing that was quite a nice youth, being in a smaller place, like you say, and also being more in nature.
Yeah.
Rather than just the dirty cities, not necessarily the violence. It's also the the lifestyle, I think.
Yeah, the stress and
I think a lot of people are starting to see that when they grow up and they go, well, actually, maybe that was a lot nicer, a bit simpler life instead of all this fast-paced stress.
yeah, and it's
Trying to, I don't know, outdo somebody else that you think you're in competition with.
yeah, and it gets more and more expensive as well to buy places, you know, to be financially secure as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very expensive in the big cities, yeah. Yeah, no, and then the other day I almost got triggered. I got triggered when I was in the car. It was an article. It was on the news that the local news that a commune just north of us, Sorsele. Yeah. Do you know? Is
Yes,
the baby poking its head out?
poking something out here. I went back in now. Yeah, sorry.
Alien.
No,
And that is not,
it's yours.
yes. It's not an alien. No, it was
Yeah,
the
Sorsele.
commune above us, Sorsele, that's got the lowest birth rate since forever, something like that. Which has been caused the preschools to have to fire quite a bit of staff. Get rid of, make redundant, let's put it that way. And yeah, it was only like 10 or something the last year in the whole commune. So,
That were born, you mean?
yeah, kids that were born. And
Wow.
so they were only able to staff 3 preschool teachers or something like that. So, yeah, there was, and then somebody had written, they said, okay, yeah, so you, wherever you could make comments on their Facebook page or whatever, and somebody had written, well, that's a good thing. Isn't that a good thing? Because with the climate and everything, it's anyways better that people are having less children now. So, I mean, the statement of that, they have to actually sit down, write it, see what you wrote, then send it out.
Yeah,
to
and believe it.
I mean, if you're so extreme that you're believing in this ideology that you think that future borns that are not even here are going to, or are already somehow in your mind participating to the demise of the planet, which is never going to go away, the planet. You know, you're going to die. The planet is not going to go away.
No.
And to think that, to be so arrogant that you can make that statement, that you should tell other people not to have children.
Yeah.
Because that responsibility apparently doesn't lie with you. I mean, if you are really that extreme, then there's really only the advice that I was thinking of immediately saying, like, well, sort yourself out, man.
Yeah.
What do you mean telling other people to do it? Sort out yourself in whatever way that is. You know, I don't know, maybe you take a walk up to the top of a building. I don't know how you want to do it. You know, go outside naked in the winter in Sweden. It's easy, maybe a bit more painful, but telling other people that they shouldn't have kids or something.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So, yeah, that got me, it's even now. It's not often that things do get to me like that, but that one I was sitting in the car thinking like that. Yeah, but it's just something that, that is such a shame that this ideology is turning people into saying things like that.
Yeah.
And you go, wow.
And it's not even
Completely
true.
lost the plot, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was, that's how I got triggered this week. We'll see what happens next week.
Yeah.
The better my Swedish gets, the more I can hear and understand on the radio. The more I can get triggered.
I'm going to stop you listening to the radio.
Yeah. But yeah, the low birth rates.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Yeah, we didn't have some. I know here it seemed it went down. She said when we had Yasmin.
Yes. Yeah.
Since then, it's kind of stayed the same. She said.
Yeah.
But it had gone down quite a bit.
It did go down quite a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's happening all over, I think. Well, still plenty of children around here, still to ruin the planet.
No.
Stupid thing. I mean, you know, take some responsibility in your life for once, you know. Go out there and do something about it if you think it's going so bad. But don't blame future children that aren't even born yet, Go check some people that are actually having a major effect on this planet.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Now they're talking, well, they've already been talking for a while about, dimming the sun.
Oh,
So that is the next thing, because they have figured out that the sun heats the earth. Oh my God. However, the other thing that the sun also does is something called photosynthesis, and plants kind of need it to grow, and
humans
plants
need it
are
too.
food as well for humans, and so there's a serious push to apparently make people go hungry because, well, at the same time, like we talked about previously, they're also doing this, what is it, synthetic food or whatever crap they're trying to push on us, but natural food, that's it's going to get less. I mean, that is seriously what they're doing. They're actually going into the stage of doing test runs, and, well, I mean,
How people can think this is a good idea, I don't know.
Yeah, and nobody has voted for this. Did you get asked?
No.
Anybody get asked? I would love to know. If you get asked, did you have a vote for this? And they're just going to do that. And of course, there's things in their particles that are terrible for your health. And
sure
also not just blocking the sun. They're also going to come down, fall on the earth, fall on your plants that you eat. Probably also impair them in some way if it's harmful chemicals, which there most likely is already in the chemtrails. Thanks to geoengineering, you find borium and aluminium in places where, well, there shouldn't be, and in large amounts.
Yeah.
And this is also going to go on the fields that your sheep or your cows graze, and then that is the food you eat as well.
Yeah.
It's crazy that this stuff is also being sprayed in the sky, and people go like, "Oh yeah, it's just a plane going by."
I know. How people still believe that, I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to. I can understand in the beginning that you kind of want to be thinking, well, it makes sense if one plane is higher, there it freezes.
Yeah.
But hey, if you stare, there are days where there's some planes come by, there is no stripes, and there's other ones, they go and they leave a thick stripe.
Yeah.
That stripe, then, if you are, staring at the sky long enough, or look up now and again, you will see slowly turn into a nice mist. And I'm not saying creating nice puffy clouds, but creating this entire misty, hazy sky above you, and really blocking out the sun.
Yeah.
And that's been going on for years already.
Oh, yeah, decades. I mean, I remember we went to a demonstration in Brussels about them. I mean, that was over a decade ago.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it started in the 90s, and people that were born before the 90s should remember clear blue skies and there not being lines in the sky.
No.
And, I mean, I do remember looking up at the skies, and I do remember having a lot more blue skies than what I have now. And here we don't get so many lines. When they come, they put a nice fat one in there.
Yeah.
It certainly makes it nice and hazy.
It does, right all over. Yeah, it spreads out.
But back in Luxembourg, for example, you had to have nice, and how do you say
like a
that?
checkerboard.
Yeah, exactly. And so how people there cannot look up and say like, hey, even if let's say you call it a contrail, do you think this is good for you? Do you think even though it's blocking out the sun, what are they putting in these planes? Should you not be asking? Like, what kind of exhaust is that?
Yeah.
This is not good.
It's not good.
Yeah, no, that's one to... that will go down the history books of one that seems to be one of the best kept hidden secrets.
Yeah, and you know what they did with a Virgin airline advert? They took a clip from a really old film, The Railway Children.
Oh, yeah.
And they had to superimpose the lines in the sky just to make it look like we had them in those days.
Yeah.
They actually did that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then regenerated it to a modern day advert for Virgin Airlines.
Yeah.
Makes you so angry.
Yeah, it's really... it's very sad. It's very sad to see. Because it's affecting the things that you're growing, affecting, your breathing.
And you can't escape it, it's coming down from the sky.
Yeah, exactly. How are you going to deal with that?
And they've seen, in mountains in in the Swiss Alps, you know, they've done tests of little ponds and lakes and things, and there's chemicals there that there just should not be, that never used to be there, and in huge quantities as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember reading some research about that. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Bless you.
Chemtrails up my nose.
Fraggle butterfly there.
Sorry, everybody. Yeah. No, it's... I mean, blocking out the sun. You have to be the most evil person to do that. This is another thing. Is one of the most popular conspiracy theories is the reptilians. You know, the lizards rule the earth. It's not a. It is a theory, but there's plenty of evidence from history around that can give you a good idea and reason. You know that wow, reptilians. How do you say, worshipping has been rampant all over history. For what reason? But besides if whether, you know, the royalty are lizards or not, or the Rothschilds, whoever, you know, what does make sense about the theory is if you look at how these elites, people with power, are destroying this planet, how little they care, because they also have to live here. And how are you going to live here if your planet is completely destroyed? Who is going to make your food if there's no farmers left that can grow proper food? And so that's why that theory would make sense in that way if those people making those decisions are not from this planet or are not on the same vibration that we live in, you know, same frequency. So that is something interesting that I thought about recently, that I think a lot of people are always to make jokes about it. But if you see what really goes on, you know, and how evil it is what they do, perhaps that is not human. You know? Perhaps that is something else.
Because it doesn't
Maybe you should think twice about that next time you see all these crazy things that are happening in the world.
Yeah.
But you would think like that is inhumane.
Yes, nobody's capable of doing something that evil.
Yeah, exactly. And you go like, well, there definitely are, because they do it all the time. Yeah. Well,
we touched on quite a few conspiracy theories there.
I think so too. I think
Went
right
down
now...
the rabbit hole.
I love going down the rabbit hole. I just, for a while, we've been so busy with our things on the homestead, you know, so just not been thinking. I've just only been trying to fix things, get stuff done. Like now the battery system is down and out again because of one battery. And it's just been... and then... in the evenings, I was just, you know, watching stuff to fall asleep, watching video or something, so that my mind would stop thinking. But lately, I just really been pushing myself to read every night. And it's helping a lot with helping the mind think again, thinking about other things. And
normally that's a good thing, yeah. Not all the time.
No, but, you know, thinking, actually, I barely get to read because I normally fall asleep after 2 pages.
Yeah.
So, but it does help with, well, I was going to say with my speech, but
sometimes it's better than others.
Yeah, exactly. It depends what I've been reading. I'm also reading Swedish books at the same time to try and, you know, at least keep my Swedish a little bit, from going stale.
Yeah.
Because I'm not practicing so much other than in shops and now and again with a friendly neighbour or something.
Yeah, or on the phone, you know, we've been dealing with some paperwork and been doing some admin.
That's been happening quite a bit.
Yeah.
So there I do keep up with it. I have been speaking it much more than I thought I would this summer. I thought I would be just here on the homestead all summer, making hay. That's all I'm going to do. I won't be speaking to anybody, but instead I've been practicing quite a bit.
Yeah.
And also really try to push people that do speak English to me to speak Swedish to them anyway.
Yeah, like when we bought the cabin, you know, we met them a few times, those lovely people.
Exactly. So I really try to do that as much as I can, because otherwise where are you going to learn Swedish? I'd have to go back to classes and I'm just way too busy for that.
Yeah, I don't have time for that.
No. And you're Swedish?
Yeah, I started again in the evenings when you're working on your videos.
Yeah.
You know, it gives me a nice quiet opportunity when the girls are asleep.
Yeah.
Just to sit and, you know, see if it can sink in.
Okay. So you think it's helped? Is some stuff coming back? Or?
Yeah, it's definitely some things are coming back. I mean, I didn't know so much already to start with, but you know, I'll get there slowly but surely. If I keep going, you know, every day or every other day,
Yeah.
you know, it'll become more and more familiar.
Okay. Nice, nice.
It's nice to work on myself,
Yeah, absolutely.
use my time wisely.
It's a bit of a struggle to go to class,
Yeah,
especially now with the baby. So
yeah, exactly.
it's nice if we can try a bit, you know,
Yeah.
at least. Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes there's moments where it would be really useful if my Swedish was better,
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
know, after living here for 4 years.
Yeah.
It's only polite that I make more effort to learn a language.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, of course. And even though quite some Swedes do like to speak English, I also realize that they want to kind of practice their English.
They do enjoy it, a lot of them.
But then there's a lot that are a bit embarrassed about it, so they want to
Yeah.
speak Swedish. And,
Yeah, like some of the teachers in the preschool, you know, when we go and pick up the kids, they would rather just explain how the day went in Swedish, and sometimes I don't understand, and so.
Yeah, then it's a bit like, could
Yeah.
be something important or useful to know. Yeah. Now, for that, it is quite nice, that I do understand quite a lot of it now. But when some of them that especially on the phone, if they speak fast, then I can struggle quite a bit.
Yeah,
And there's, of course, many different accents, and
Yeah.
some are more difficult to understand than others. But most of the Swedes are really, really kind in the way that they really speak clearly to you. They understand it. They need to speak clearly to you, and so that's really good. And a lot of the difficult terms are a lot of the time a bit like Dutch or English.
Yeah.
And, you know, they can also understand enough English that when I'm not able to find a Swedish word, I can say it in English and they get it.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's pretty nice. So I can always make myself understood, which is pretty good as well. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
shall we call it a...
Yeah, that was good. We did our rounds. We had our garden updates. We had our latest job updates. We had our little
Yes.
conspiracy round.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then final talk about, I don't know,
something interesting.
something final, like cutting your hair. We should do that, I think.
Oh man, I would love it if you could cut my hair, because I'm
Just to keep
constantly
this the whole
swiping it
time.
out
Yeah,
my
see that
eyes.
now. You're sitting there the whole time.
Please, can you cut my hair?
All right, well, let's have a look at that then.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay.
Okay,
See you next week, everybody.
see ya.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Saskia had also written to us that we should use that plow, maybe, of her neighbor on the tractor.
Aha, just the front scoop.
He just uses the front scoop
Yeah.
instead of a plow.
Yeah.
Which I had tried as well the first year, but then I didn't have snow chains, so that
No.
was a bit of a disaster.
Yeah, you would just keep sliding off the driveway, and then you'd have to use your backhoe to
Ended
get
up
you
in the
back
ditch.
on the driveway.
Whereas now with the chains, that
Yeah.
should
We've
certainly...
ordered them, so they should be coming soon.
Yeah, so, you know, I think that's true. I did manage that. It went pretty good, actually, with the bucket. I don't know why I didn't think about that. But I think because I don't think the bucket is as wide as the tractor, so... You know, so if it's a bit narrower,
Yeah,
and
then your
the back wheels will be
are-
going over thicker
Yeah,
snow.
yeah.
But thanks to these nice chains that I bought, hopefully, that won't be so much of a problem.
Maybe you could do a wee, fix it thing to make it wider at either side, so that you can scoop more snow. There. Now there's an idea.
Wow. If I become a master welder, then
Yeah.
we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Maybe I can make a whole new bucket myself.
Oh, then what?
Build a plow. I don't know.
Brilliant idea. Just build a plow. Yeah.
It's as simple as that. I can't believe we haven't thought about that before.
No need to buy anything ever again.
No, that's it. Self-sustainability.